Welcome back to Buds and Brews, episode number 8. Finally getting some traction with this podcast, so thank you very much for subscribing, liking, and listening to this crazy show. The first brew today is going to be from the Prairie Pride Brewing Company, their Wind Devil Red IPA. It is made from Cascade hops. It's going to have a little bit of a well-balanced taste. They use dry hopped with Citra hops, formerly called the Pale Chief IPA. With me today is my buddy, Michael. A lot of you might actually know him as Toto.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Welcome, man. Glad to get you on the show finally.
Yeah, I know. It's been a crazy adventure for me to actually get here.
Yeah.
Just due to work.
Pop
But
that
I'm
open
going
there,
to
bud.
finally pop this open because I saw that you have yours open and I'm sitting over here with mine still shut. Honestly, I'm quite interested on how this is going to taste.
Right, it's got a tornado on the bottle. It can't be bad.
Yeah, well, on the side it says, take shelter as a twister of hops and malt hits without warning.
The Wind Devil Red IPA. It's out of Grand Island, Nebraska. I'm actually unsure of the alcohol percentage to this. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah, I was just looking over the bottle and I couldn't even find it, so...
Real cloudy appearance. Real dark bottle, too.
Yeah, and it smells very hoppy.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, this ought to be interesting.
Yes, it does. No, What do you think? What are you getting?
Oh,
What's
yeah. Yeah, it definitely tastes like it's a dark beer, but it is a red beer, so that is part of the taste that you get when you have a red beer. It's a very hoppy taste. And you also get that malt. You get a small hint of malt going on.
I can definitely taste that, or I can smell that Citra hop to it. Yeah, definitely. I can definitely taste the pale to it. I taste the IPA.
The Wind Devil is definitely a perfect taste or name for it. That is for sure, because my taste buds are all over the place with this.
It's different every sip. How many of these do you think you could drink a night, though?
For me, probably 2.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do... I'm not really a red beer or an IPA.
It got a bit of a tinge to the tongue almost on the aftertaste.
Yes.
A bit, right?
It kind of also makes my saliva build up a lot more.
Yeah, it does. I've never had that really on the show before. Like, that is an odd characteristic. Yeah, it makes me salivate. So what do you do, man? What do you do for fun? I guess. Well, first of all, what do you do for a job?
Well, I work out at Masonite. I'm a wonderful forklift driver.
I got a bunch of buddies from Masonite. You drive a forklift. That's different than any of the other people I've had on here.
Yeah, it's an experience. You have a lot of blind spots, so especially when you're carrying a load, someone can just pop around a corner, and if you slam on your brakes, it just not gonna work out very much.
It sucks because you got to have a lot more responsibility at work. You don't necessarily get paid for, because you got to watch out for everybody being stupid who don't pay attention, because there's a lot of those idiots at work, especially at Masonite, because they don't just hire necessarily the smartest people. They pretty much just hire anybody who.
Well, as we like to call them, we call them the door greeters of Masonite.
The door greeters.
It's just like the door greeters at Walmart. They kind of get the slow ones, the old guys. It's like, hey, hi, welcome to Masonite.
I feel like you were kind of one of those door greeters for a little bit.
Oh, most definitely.
You ran that rapping machine.
Yeah, when I first started out, I started out as a rapper, and that was probably one of the lowest jobs there that you could get, because you just stand there and you push a button and watch a machine take a pack of doors around and around and around. And you do that for 10 hours straight. Oh, and push a broom.
At least back then, though, we were only working 4 days a week, most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time we were only working 4 days of the week. Then I got pushed over to the paint line as a forklift driver, and I did that for a couple months, and then I got put in the back, and not changing positions from there.
You're still back there? You still like it? Well, that's good.
It's an amazing job. It's so relaxed, peaceful.
You guys getting any bonuses for sticking out through the pandemic at all?
Nope.
No,
I haven't
I
seen a
didn't think so.
single bonus. Have
That's
you
so
seen
ridiculous.
a pay increase?
That's so ridiculous.
We get our plant incentive, though. We still get that every month.
Yeah.
So, other than that, that's all I've been doing is just working.
You do a lot of golfing, right? I remember when we were hanging out more, you were always golfing.
Oh,
really
golf.
Anymore. It's kind of cold out now. But.
Yeah, it's snowing outside right now. Like, according to my watch, it is 21 degrees outside.
I can't play golf, man. Golf brings the worst out in me. I swear to God.
It can bring the worst out in a person because, you get up there on the first tee and it's like, hey, well, I got this. Boom. Nope. Hook's right, and you lose the ball. You get mad, and after doing that for the first 4 holes, it gets very aggravating.
I just don't understand how, when you hit a ball, it doesn't just go straight, man. Like, why the hell does it have to go off to the right and to the left? And, just go straight. I don't get it. Just go straight. And then I'm bending and breaking my what do you do? Golf clubs. Yeah, duh. See, it gets me so worked up I can't even think about the word golf club.
It's literally, it's an art with your body on how you hold that club, how you swing it, and everything, and all in the hips.
When I was in high school, we had a golf class, or a golf sport. We also had a tennis team. And have you ever played tennis? That is just as hard as playing golf, man.
No, because I have a small yellow ball flying at me versus me hitting a white ball away from me.
Going defensive.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh no! There's something flying at me! Ah! But no, man. Like, that's just the same. You gotta have that racket angled perfectly every time, otherwise it goes flying over the fence.
Then yeah,
flying over the fence.
It's pretty much the same way with golf. When you bring that golf club back down, and that club makes contact with that ball, you want to make sure you're not bringing your swing backwards or outwards. You're kind of going in a circular motion, and you hit that ball straight in the center of that club. Yeah, some of us wish that we could hit that ball in the center of our club, but no.
Just like with most things, you just got to be consistent with it.
Yeah, the more you practice, the better you're gonna definitely get.
Repetition
and practice.
Yeah. Yeah. So, other than that, I guess where were you?
Neighbors upstairs are being a little howdy.
Where were you raised at?
I was actually born and raised here in North Platte.
Yeah.
All my life.
Really? Did you ever play any sports?
I did cross country and wrestling and track.
You did wrestling?
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could have done wrestling. We didn't have wrestling.
No, it really wasn't that fun.
You just roll around with dudes all day.
Yeah, no. I actually got an injury due to wrestling when I was at the peak of my running career.
Really? You used to run?
I went to state my junior year of high school.
What kind of running did you do?
Cross country. I ran 3.2 miles. My fastest time, my junior year, my state qualifying time was 18:57. Yeah, probably not the fastest to some people because there were people that were running 14-minute 3 miles.
I used to do the 4x1. When I was in middle school, I did the 800 and the mile. But that's just, I don't know. I was never good at it, so I don't know why I kept at it.
But I never played distance.
Well, yeah. But for me, it's quite a long ways. But I tried to focus more on high jump, and then when I got to high school, I realized that I was pretty damn good at high jump, and so I kind of refined my skills. And when I went up to live with my dad, it was a 5A school, so we had a lot more sports. We had indoor track, and indoor track, it takes place in the winter, but it's cool because the indoor facilities, the track is only 200 meters around instead of 400. So it's literally half the size. And what's cool about it is the corners are banked, the turns are banked, and it's pretty cool, man. But I got invited to this national track meet.
That would hurt your ankles if you were running around.
No, man, it's just like a banked race.
Well,
track.
Yeah, but that's different. You're going over 80 miles an hour.
Well, no, your
or
momentum,
maybe going
though.
15.
Well, the radius is half than say a 400-meter radius. So it does. You do feel that turn, and it does help.
Okay, yeah. I guess it does. Okay.
But I got invited to Pocatello, Idaho, to this track meet called Simplot Games back in 2007. Desire is the fire was the theme. And it was pretty cool, man, because it was in a dome, and there's like a little mini blimp flying around, and there's this television crew everywhere, these cameras all over the place. And when it was my turn to go high jump, to go qualify, I get up there and I'm stretching. And I look over and this camera's like pointed right at my face, but he's like all knelt down. It's like, I just look over like, whoa! And I look up and I see my face on this giant screen, man. You know how nerve-wracking that is, dude? I felt like I was in the Olympics for one.
Because your face is up there for the whole crowd to see, and it's like, hey,
God, dude, it made me so nervous.
Right here.
I ended up
Look
not
at
qualifying.
me.
I was so nervous I didn't qualify. I couldn't jump, but
because of you being up there.
I didn't qualify.
Oh,
but it was still cool though, because it was like a 3-day event, so I still got to stay for the whole event, and I got to watch Bianca Knight, this really fast sprinter.
Oh,
because they didn't do the 100, they did the 55-yard dash.
Right.
And I watched her break a world record, dude. It was so much fun. I'll never forget it.
How old were you when that happened?
I was a junior.
Junior
in high school. Yeah.
There was this one track. Where was it? It was in Kearney. It was an indoor track. Oh yeah, we only had to use it once because of weather. And this whole indoor track had the track, high jump, long jump, everything that you could do outdoor, indoor. And that was an interesting track. And normally when you do a 2-mile, it's 16 times around track.
Yeah.
In this one, 32 times around the fucking track. And it was exhausting.
Damn.
Never want to do that track ever again.
What tracks are you going to? Because the tracks I go to, it's 4 times around for a mile.
Nope, not where I went to. I was in Class D.
Well, it's 1,600 meters for a mile. 4 times around.
Well, it's been a while since I actually talked about track, so.
Me too. Damn. Well, it's been 12 years since my last track meet, too.
10 years
also,
for me.
12 years since I last suited up for my last football game. You know how many nightmares I have of me suiting up? I'm like getting ready to go, and like we're all going through the tunnel, right? And like I wake up. No.
I'm almost done with this.
I miss it.
Wind
so
Devil.
Bad. Yeah, let's go to our
It's
next
actually
one.
This was actually kind of good. Once you get into it, it was actually a good beer.
It's weird, man. I can taste the red in it, man. I can taste the red in this.
I can too, and like I said at the beginning, I'm not really a big red beer fan, but this one...
Red IPA, cool. I'll have to look more into them.
This one's actually not too shabby.
Our next brew this evening is a little brew called Carlsberg. It's a premium Danish Pilsner at 5%, founded in 1847 by J.C. Jacobson. Made with Knoll Locks barley.
It's probably the best beer in the world.
That's what it says on the bottle. It is probably the best beer in the world. See, it's a green bottle. Kind of looks like a Heineken bottle.
It does. But the body kind of...
on it.
Oh, it does. Oh, I didn't see that on the neck.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's a bit smaller. It's an 11.2 ounce bottle. Let's break these open.
I was gonna try to open it with my lighter, but I didn't know how well that was gonna go on the first try. It's been a while.
Cheers, buddy.
Ooh, that smells clean. That smells real clean.
It does. It does have a cleanness smell to it. Real crisp.
Oh, talk about, you were right on that one.
You know that it could probably be the best beer in the world.
It could probably be the best beer in the world.
Ooh, I really like this, man. This might actually be my new go-to. Well, let's keep getting.
I was like, I still have the red beer taste in my mouth right now.
It's a real clear beer.
It actually is, like,
and surprisingly a thick head on it too. That's what she said.
It does.
Premium, yeah, they definitely deserve the right.
Versus the red beer that we had at first. The red beer really didn't have that much head, but this one's definitely got more head to it.
This is it's got a very high drinkability factor. I could drink this all night, all weekend, all week. This would make a good red beer with tomato juice or clamato, whatever.
See, I'm not a red beer fan.
I love red beer. Oh my gosh.
Not that, yeah. That red beer, no. Hard no. I can't do tomato juice.
I like red beers with a lighter with a lighter beer.
That is really good and very dangerous. To me, it's just like a normal beer.
It's a little bit lighter at 5%, but
5% is just normal for a heavy beer nowadays. It definitely doesn't give me the belches as bad as the red beer did.
Oh, I don't know. That's the opposite for me. Oh, I've been burping this whole time.
But it is definitely a good one. Carlsberg.
So tell me some stories about your time up in Sturgis. You told me you used to live up in Sturgis.
Oh, Sturgis. Well, funny thing for this show, they actually have a brewery up there. They have quite a few breweries around Sturgis. They actually have probably 5 or 6 of them around Sturgis. But the main one in Sturgis is the Knuckle Brewery. But I lived in Sturgis for about 5 years. Moved up there back in 2013. And I just fell in love with it just because of the Black Hills.
Why'd you go up there for?
Me and a girlfriend moved up there. She had family that lived there. And we went up there for our 4th of July. And I've never been up. Well, I have, but I was a little young. Really didn't remember it because we went to secluded areas just because of school purposes. But I actually got to see true parts, and I fell in love with it.
It's really pretty up there.
Oh, it is gorgeous.
I went up to see the Mount Rushmore. I did a heli tour last September up there. And yeah, I couldn't believe how pretty it was. I also couldn't believe...
Did you get to go around Mount Rushmore when you were in the helicopter?
We did. We went around Mount Rushmore and went up to these like spires, and we went and saw Crazy Horse. We were up there for a good 45 minutes. It was $250 a person. I was like, holy shit. But yeah, I got
that's really a little
kind of nauseous. But it was definitely worth it, man. I brought my GoPro up there. I got some really good footage, and we saw everything, man. I was to the point where I was pretty ready to be done, though, because I was getting a little nauseous, getting a little car sick up there.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't been car sick in a long time, but
see, I've never gotten car sick, but I've also never been in a helicopter.
I've been on
an airplane, and I love it.
Yeah, me too. I absolutely love being in an airplane. I love looking out and just seeing another world above the clouds. That is so dreamy, man.
Now, that's one thing that I would love to do is like what you did. Take the helicopter ride up through the Black Hills and get to see all of that, because not a lot of people get to see that type of view from up there. I
mean, it's extraordinary whether or not we're in the Black Hills or not, but just seeing all the terrain. And he was saying that we could see mountain goats up there, or sheep. What are those? Bighorn sheep?
Yeah, bighorn. Yeah. You can actually see mountain goats too. And you can see them both.
Yeah, but we never saw any of those. I could not believe when I found out that there's no bears up there.
You know,
there's no bears up there.
There was one just spotted here recently. They announced it. It was just right across the Wyoming border, I believe it was.
Really?
Don't quote me on that one. But I believe it was across the Wyoming border. They found a black bear roaming the Black Hills.
Yeah.
And it was astonishing because the Black Hills, you'd think that there would be bears. But no.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Not a single bear
lives there. It's absolutely perfect for mountain lions. Oh, man. I went up and
we do have mountain lions. There are mountain lions there.
I stayed at this place called Under Canvas, which it's like... You ever been glamping? It's a word called glamping. They have these canvas tents set up. There's like 50 of them strewn throughout, and it's really cool because
is it glamorous camping?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I was just trying to figure out. I was like,
there's no
what
electricity.
Is glamping?
They give you. Yeah. There was 3 beds in the one because it was three of my buddies. We went up there. We rented this tent, and it was only like $120. I want to say. They give you these big old battery packs.
Right.
To charge your phone and stuff and whatever. When you get there, you have your own firewood. You got a wood burning stove, and it's just this canvas tent that they have up year round, It is beautiful. But we went in there and there was so much fog everywhere. It felt like we were going to like this haunted like Blair Witch Project. That's what it reminded me of, the Blair Witch Project. It was so unique, and I'd never done anything like that before. It was awesome, but it was a little cold. It was in late September.
Yeah, I was going to say, around that time, it's starting to get a little chilly up there. The one thing that I miss the most about South Dakota, since we're talking about it, is I had this one house. It was a trailer house. And I lived at the foothills of Boulder Canyon. And it was so gorgeous. So gorgeous. I would wake up, walk out my front door, look to my left, and boom. Gorgeous view. I got just the view of the Black Hills. You could not get enough of them.
Right.
If you get up there far enough, there's some points where it feels like, yeah, you might be in the Rockies for like 2.5 seconds.
I felt like we were in mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not really mountains, though, but they definitely felt like mountains.
Exactly.
At some points, driving through all them.
It felt like you were in a whole different country.
Amazing, man. And then as soon as all that pops up, when we're going back, it all disappears.
Now, let me ask you this. When you were driving through the Black Hills, did you get weird vibes? And what I mean by weird vibes, meaning good vibes.
I mean, like...
Did you feel anything when you were driving through the Black Hills?
Like spiritually?
Yes.
Like paranormally?
No, just...
Spiritually? I definitely felt some paranormally things going when we were driving up to our campsite, because all the fog, and it just felt so eerie. Like, literally, man, it felt like we were in a haunted movie. But I never felt like the scared part. I never felt like the horror part. It just looked like it.
The only reason why you felt that type of things...
I don't know, I felt a calm. I felt a calm driving in there.
Because everyone that visited that place that have passed away is always in happy spirits. Because they're doing what they love. They were looking for that gold. Everyone's always digging for that gold.
Yeah, I got a gold mining kit. I got a gold sluice box. My brother got me a gold panning kit.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've been wanting to go up there and do some gold panning. But you say that, but I don't know if...
Actually, there's this little creek bed that...
I don't think a lot of the people who went out searching for gold ended up with a very good life. Some of those people really suffered in search of that.
They did.
Really bad. Like, they gave up a lot.
Oh, they gave up their whole lifestyle.
Yeah, for nothing. Just a hope and dream. And the hope and dream never came true, man. But I know I feel you there.
That's the American way. We always search for that hope and dream.
That whole country up there is shiny. I brought some rocks home. I took a picture. I took a video of the ground, man. It just shines.
It does.
There's that, what's it called? I don't want to say...
Not graphite.
I don't want to say not bentonite either, but it's not talcum. Damn it, I can't think of but anyway, it's that highly reflective mineral. It's just so abundant. It's everywhere, and it's been so ground to a powder. It's on everything, and it was just so pretty. Everything glistens. I didn't want to leave, man. Why did you leave? Why do you want to come back here for? There's nothing here. What a river.
we're a river.
Cranes. There's some sandhill cranes around.
Well, of course, everyone goes back to their hometown eventually, just to kind of restart.
Why do you suppose we do that? Why do you suppose we need to restart?
Because it's home. That's where we feel the most safest.
Do you suppose it's only home though because we have relatives and like memories here?
It's where our spirit brings us. Like, yeah, you're kind of right on that. It's where we have the most relatives. That's where we have everyone. That's where we know the most people. And if we're down and out, that's where we kind of run to. And yeah, I was kind of in a low spot in life, and that's what kind of brought me back. And honestly, it's the best choice I've ever made.
Why is it that we always seem to gravitate back to something that we are familiar with? We always seem to gravitate towards familiarity. How come it's so hard for us to try to reach out and do new things, reach out and explore new options? Or why are we so afraid of change? How come that is a big issue in a lot of people's lives?
To me, that...
Because I feel like that's a lot that's holding us back. Is like, we just take the easy route. We go and we do the thing that's familiar to us.
I'm a sole factor in that statistic right there. Is I'm scared to go on and see the next bigger, better thing. And I'm starting to actually break out of my shell. And that's what a lot of people really need to do, is they need to break out of their shell. If you can't break out of your shell, you're not going to go anywhere.
Well, and my motto for a long time growing up has been, why not go out on a limb? Because that's where all the fruit is anyway, right?
It is. It literally is. If you can't, just like that's a perfect example. Go out on a limb to grab that piece of fruit. If you're really hungry and you're on the verge of death, you got that piece of fruit hanging there, and that can feed you for the next day, 2 days.
But it's not easy to go get them. It's a lot easier to stay at home.
Then break out and go get that piece of fruit.
Right, we need to do that, but it's so hard. Why do you think? Why is it so hard? What would make it easier for us to want to do the hard
The only thing that can make it easy is your willpower.
Right, I like that. Yeah, good point.
Your willpower is the biggest thing that you can have in life.
How do you get willpower though? Like what? Sometimes
you gain that on yourself.
And it's taken a lot for me to try to kickstart this podcast, and I finally did it. But it takes that first step, and sometimes it is hard to find the ambition for that first step, to find the motivation or the drive. Why, man? Why is it so? Because we know that once we take that first step, let me ask you this. Positive for us, right?
Let me ask you this.
Why is it so hard?
What made you pull the trigger to actually start the podcast?
Honestly, man, I'm just kind of bored. And what a big thing is I'm just tired of not having friends, and I figured me doing this would help my social ability. My social ability, is that a word? Let's try to invite people and try to have just conversations like this and just have fun. I'm trying to meet new people too, and I'm really terrible at that. I'm really bad, so I'm trying to.
Yeah, not to point you out on that one. I'm terrible
at that.
When you.
But I don't really like going to the bars either, man, because I don't really like seeing all them stupid ass drunk people.
But guess what? Some of those drunk people will bring you bright things later on in the future.
I'm also not trying to meet my future wife at a bar.
Yeah.
It's never a good thing. Well, I don't know. Sometimes it can be all right, but for the most part, I don't think it's very wise to try to meet your future wife.
I mean,
at a bar.
I mean,
but that's kind of something ignorant to say, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong with that.
Some people have.
The bar scene's just never been a big deal. Been a big thing with me.
And I'm actually kind of I'm privileged to be here. Honestly, thank you, really, for inviting me here today to be on your podcast, because beer's my favorite.
Well, I know you love beer.
Oh.
I know you love beer.
Yeah, I love beer. And to be on, what did you say, the 8th episode?
I think so. I think it's the 8th episode. If not counting my little I got these little educational episodes.
Yeah, I saw your little rum one. I listened to that one before I came over today.
Those take me longer to make than these. And they're only like 5 minutes long.
I know.
I tried to put a little more time. I want to know what I'm talking about and those a little better.
But I do think you're doing good. You're doing good on these.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Like you told me how many views you're getting, and you broke out of your box.
Right.
That's the biggest thing that a lot of people cannot do for themselves.
Right.
Obviously, you found the willpower. You found the way to get all of this started. You did it. If you can find the willpower, even in your deepest times, I've found the willpower to get myself to my successful career in my deepest times. Obviously, everyone else can.
Yeah, it just takes a little...
You just... willpower.
You gotta want to do something different. I say this all the time.
If you want it, work for it.
You gotta get sick of your own shit in order for you to change or want to do anything better.
I have made some pretty bad decisions in my lifetime.
Oh, me too. I used to spend my money so foolishly.
Oh,
my
man.
God, dude. So bad.
Right now, I probably spend $30 a week on alcohol.
Ew.
Back in the day, about 3-4 years ago, 3 years ago at the least, I spent close to $300 every 2 weeks on straight alcohol and the bar.
What are some steps that has helped you overcome that alcoholism-ish feeling?
The loss of money.
Do you ever feel like you can almost sense the alcoholism taking hold? I remember when there was a point in my life when I was drinking a lot of beer just to try to gain weight. I mean, I'm talking like a 6-pack a night. And it got to the point where...
Only a 6-pack? Only a 6-pack a night.
Yeah.
That's weak
for me,
sauce,
that's
bud.
a lot, man. I weigh like 140 pounds, and that's a lot for me.
You weigh
But
140? I weigh 130.
Dude, there'd be nights when I wouldn't...
Maybe 125 if I'm lucky.
I wouldn't go out and buy a 6-pack, and I would feel like, what am I doing? Go buy a 6-pack. Go get beer, man. Go get some... You need some alcohol tonight. I could feel like I felt that grip kind of take hold, and that's when I was like, whoa, wait a second. I need to kind of take a step back from this and recognize what's going on here. Maybe it's not just to gain weight. Maybe it is also turned into a need.
So I can't remember the show that I was watching.
I don't do that anymore.
But I don't think I can say what show it was. But there was a show that I was watching the other day that was kind of portraying along what you were saying. Now I kind of lost my train of thought for it.
That's okay. It happens. Man. It's not like we haven't been drinking
right
for 30 minutes.
Yeah, we've almost down. Well, I've downed a total of 1 beer, almost 1.5. But what were you saying?
I don't know. Our next liquor this evening is going to be from TItos.
That's what kind of distracted me. Was it? He poured these about 2 minutes earlier, and it's been in the back of my mind, and it just now distracted me because I kept looking at the bottle because the bottle is.
I have seen this TItos handmade vodka a lot lately, and so I was intrigued. So I picked up a little bottle. I figured we'd try it. These guys, they distilled this in Austin, Texas, from these cool little pot stills. And if you don't know what a pot still is, it just looks like a pressure cooker. Some cool little copper piping out the side and these little side pots. And you can find them on eBay or Amazon for about $100. So if you're wanting to get into distilling, you can get into it for about $100.
What was that one show on
Moonshiners?
Yes.
I knew we would lead into this. I knew it. I hate that show.
Why do you hate it? Why do you?
Oh god, because they portray it like it's some like crazy forbidden thing that they're doing.
It is. In that country, it really is.
No, because it's not illegal to make moonshine. It's not illegal to distill alcohol and make liquor. It's not. You just can't sell it. You just can't sell it. There's a certain amount you can make.
Yeah, it's probably the amount that you could fill in this glass.
I'd have to do some more research on this, but it's quite a bit. It's quite a bit.
You'll have to talk about it on the next one.
And it drives me nuts because they just go around sneaking around like they're doing like
well,
selling
in that country,
methamphetamine or heroin or something.
In Kentucky, yes, around that type of
drives me nuts, man. Just
over there
up.
it is.
Like,
it's weird.
It's not. Anyway, yeah, this is
40%.
So these are this TItos handmade vodka, born in 1995. Like I said, Austin, Texas. It is gluten-free.
When was it born?
1995.
It was established in 95?
Yep.
Darn, I'm older than that.
Yeah. Let's try it.
Oh, God.
I don't like vodka. I'm a little weary about this. Cheers, bud.
Cheers, bud.
It smells like rubbing alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Fingernail remover, or fingernail polish remover. Oh.
Yeah, it definitely tastes like vodka. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Burns your throat. It'll definitely get you drunk.
Yeah, let's put the cap back on that one, because that's all I'm taking.
Yeah.
I'm not a vodka person.
Man, are you sure we're not drinking, like, isopropyl alcohol?
I really want to say that we just did because the way that smelled and tasted.
I mean, it's pretty much moonshine. It's made 100% from corn. So.
Did you just poison me?
I did. I poisoned myself.
Oh man.
I guess if you see or hear from me next episode, I didn't die from alcohol poisoning or whatever the hell.
Well, hey, ooh.
Which one was your favorite again? Carlson?
Take a drink of that red.
Carlsberg?
Take a drink of that red one after having that shot. What'd you just get from that feeling?
From the Wind Devil?
The Wind Devil, the red IPA.
I don't know, it still kind of tastes the same.
What about in your chest? How'd that feel against that shot? Like, did it just kind of like push it down? And
well, definitely distinguished it, if that's what you mean.
Normally, with a beer versus vodka, it doesn't work that way for me.
Describe it.
That's for me. The way with a shot and a beer, it kind of amplifies the feeling.
Okay. I see.
It's weird for me. My body's like a complete opposite oddball mystery machine that loves alcohol and will accept anything and everything.
Mine's a bit of a weird machine too, man. Sometimes my weight will fluctuate 10 pounds throughout the day, which is insane. I mean, where's it going? How am I getting it? Where's it going?
Yeah. Like, I'm over here eating Double Dave's burger from Wendy's and a large fry and a large lemonade, and I'll down that within 5 minutes and turn around 30 minutes later and be hungry again. It's like, wait, I just ate like an $80 fucking burger, it felt like, for how full I am when it only cost me $8.
You know how frustrating that is? You know how frustrating it is to be like this, eat everything, not gain a thing,
and not
and then like
a pound.
Go and you see friends you haven't seen in a while, and then all they want to talk about is like how skinny you are, or family for that matter. It is so frustrating. It's like I'm trying here, like you don't understand. Do you think I really want to be this skinny, people? No, I don't want to be this skinny. I'm just trying.
My aunt, every time I see her, she's like, "You need to eat a burger, please." I've ate like 8 of them on the way here. It's not like I didn't gorge myself to be this skinny. Thank you very much. I really just need
to get back in the gym. Because when I was in high school, I gained like 15 pounds in my upper body just for working out.
Really?
I went to college for weight training, and I wanted to be a personal trainer, athletic trainer. And then I did a bunch of weightlifting up there, and I got pretty big. I got to 160 pounds, and I got really big, man. My arms were ripped, man, and I liked it a lot. And then I stopped and dropped out, and then became a farm boy, and lost 20 pounds.
A farm boy? Did you just say farm boy?
I did. I took over a farm. Took over our family farm. My grandpa broke his pelvis, so I ran it for a good 3 or 4 months, man. I did it. It was fun. Well, it was a lot of hard work. It wasn't necessarily
that
fun.
One. I didn't know that one about you.
My grandpa used to drink. What the hell does he drink?
I don't know why, but at the end of that Wind Devil.
He drinks Old Milwaukee.
Oh.
Old Milwaukee.
That's probably one of the worst beers to ever bring up on this show is Old Milwaukee. So I just finished off my red IPA. You're still sitting about like break of the bottle.
I try not to get too drunk or too tipsy. I still gotta like talk. I gotta edit and whatnot. Well, but yeah, I'm thinking I like this Carlsberg, man. It's gonna go on my favorite list.
That Wind Devil kind of grew on me. This Carlsberg, though, kind of,
I like the flavors from the Red Devil, or Wind Devil. Red Devil. Wind Devil Red IPA.
That's what they really should have named it, was the Red Devil. Because I kind of like, that kind of rolls off your tongue better than Wind Devil.
But it's not a bad taste. It's not a bad taste.
Because you think of red IPA.
I just realized that is a buffalo on the label. I thought it was a hop. It might be like a combination of a hop and a buffalo. But that is definitely a buffalo. Yeah, it's a hop.
And a buffalo.
And a buffalo.
You are 100% right on that one.
Right on.
I didn't even notice that at first.
Well, Totos, thanks for being on my podcast.
This was actually kind of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I told you.
Yeah.
I told you a lot of fun. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time, guys.
Peace out, guys. Have a good one.